Hi, I'm all glittery today. Welcome to another session of Tea and Tarot with me, Beth. Thank you very much for all my followers, and yeah, you're all beautiful people. So, what are we going to be discussing today? We are going to be discussing the Oracle Tarot. So, as most of you know who have been following me on my videos, I've mostly been explained about the two tarot that most readers use, and this is the Rider-Waite deck. And this is the Marchetti deck, and they follow the same principles: court cards, major arcana, minor arcana, numbers. And so I've explained about these. And if you want to, you can go and look back over my videos. I shall soon be uploading them to my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to watch them on there as well. Okay, tea and tarot. Here's my tea. So tell me, do you like the glittery? I thought it would just make a nice change to put me all in sparkles. Sparkly Sunday. Right, so tarot that I use. If you follow me daily, I usually use my Oracle cards to pull a card for the collective every day, and then one for the weekend. And they've mostly been the Lemuria cards. So Lemuria, let's have a look. This is Beyond Lemuria by Izzy Ivy. Very, very lovely. Now, what's the difference with the Oracle cards and then the regular cards that most people use, most readers use? Well, the Oracle cards just give us a little bit more information. They're a lot more detailed. And I like to use these in a full personal reading. Just gives us Brucey bonus, little extra information from wherever we need it. So that would be Lemurian cards. I also have my fairy deck by Doreen Virtue, and Radley Valentine is the illustrator. And the fairy deck is lovely again, and it gives us just different information. Yeah, more in-depth information. And then I also use the Akashic Tarot. So the Akashic Tarot is to do with the Akashic records. So we've got some cards in here that are Ascended Masters, and we've also got some major arcana and then minor arcana in here as well. So the major arcana would be some of the Ascended Masters, and then we've got different suits. So again, this is just a bit more in-depth information. Now, Oracle, let me just say that the Rider-Waite deck and the Marchetti deck, they come with a little booklet that explains all the cards. They give you a brief description. And depending on the other cards, it will give you a bit more information. Now, with the Oracle cards, you would normally have a booklet. You have a booklet that comes with them. It's quite a substantial booklet. This is the fairy tarot, and it's very in depth. It gives us a lot more information about the card, timing, and pertinent information that you need to know. But they're detailed. They're all detailed booklets. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at Beyond Lemuria. So, for those of you who have been watching my videos and know a little bit about me, I really resonate with Lemuria. Lemuria was around at the same time as Atlantis. People say that if you go to Hawaii, that's the closest that you would see to how Lemuria used to be. Yeah, very lush, tropical landscape, warm climate, and you just get that sense, you know, that feeling. Anyway, that's I love the Lemurian cards. So the Lemurian cards, let's have a look at the book. So again, we have some major arcana is the chakras. So in the Lemuria, we've got number 1 through number 10. And that's all to do with the chakras. So you've got earth, root, heart, crown, root chakra, and soul star chakra. Then we've got elemental cards. Elemental, what is elemental? Of course, all the elements of fire, water, earth, air, the ether. Yes. And then we have the seed cards, and the seed cards are numbers 18 to 50, 55, 56, 56. And again, it just, you know, it comes with very detailed information. So let's have a look. Now these cards are a little bigger. Look at the size of the, this is the Rider-Waite deck. This is the Lemuria deck. This is the Marchetti deck, which is even smaller. And these are the Lemuria decks. So they're quite, they're quite substantial to shuffle. So what I tend to do is just do a light shuffle so that we don't bend, mess up the cards. And that's how I like to do it, just to split them. And then we'll just fold them into one another so that they don't bend and they don't mess up. So every day I pick an oracle card for the collective. And as I said, if you follow me, if you go onto any of my Instagram or Facebook pages, you can see my daily tarot card. First and foremost, they are posted on my Blissful-Transformation website, and then I copy and paste it to the others as well, because it's nice to have it across the board for all my followers to see what their card is for today. So let's pick a card for today, just so that we have an idea. Yes. So I'll just keep shuffling, folding the cards in. Here we go. This is the card that they want me to have for today. And this is number 45, Star Seed Elemental. So let's have a look. Let's follow the book. Let's look at number 45. What do we need to know today? I just love all of these illustrations. Izzy Ivy, such a talented, gifted soul to write and illustrate these cards. Very beautiful, look. So, Starseed Elemental, children as teachers. It's a fun card. Lightheartedness, joy, laughter, newly incarnated souls. So this could be in relationship to you if you're surrounded by children coming into the world now. They are newly incarnated souls. Also refers to the inner child, the child within all of us. Maintaining an inquisitive perspective, wonder and imagination. That's nice, isn't it? So this card is basically telling us to lighten up, have some fun, right? Look around at the children. They don't look like they've got care in the world. They're just running around. They're on their bicycles. They're playing football. You know, chatting with their friends. You know, not a care in the world. So this is just a card for the adults out there that need to remember your childlike nature. Yeah. And then there's just more information, which I'll just read for you. Being with children can be a great way to recapture wonder, innocence, unapologetic truth and wisdom. Their realities are not yet muddied by, by conditioning, by the adults, yes, by human conditioning. They're not yet conditioned. So their imaginations are often wild and creative, and they can be our biggest inspirers, right? Out of the mouths of babes, as we call it, yes. So, I don't know why it just went dark. Did it just go dark to you? No? Okay. So, furthermore, new souls, their incarnation from pure spirit is more recent. They are still aware of energy and have a natural psychic awareness. And we know that children, they talk a lot about their psychic with their psychic connections because they're newly incarnated. They're just fresh from the other side of the veil, and they remember much when they are children. Sometimes adulting can become too serious. When this happens, bringing a childlike, light-hearted sense of play to your perspective can be a most productive way of rebalancing. Facing challenging circumstances with inquisitiveness can bring joy to whatever we are accomplishing. Imagine stepping into a child's shoes, seeing how they perceive the world. If you have a problem, consider how a child might solve it. Right? Think back to when you were little and what you loved to do. So this is also the creative side of you. What's changed? What would the 7-year-old you tell you? What did you love to do? Did you love to paint, draw, write, dance? What was it that made you sparkle? So right now, powerful souls are incarnating on Earth to help with the progression of the planet. Yes, we are aware of that, right? All children are equally special, but some may have different or unique needs due to their more sensitive and energetic natures. The ways children were brought up in previous generations may not be the best options for today, yes? I see a lot of my friends with their parents, and I'm not a parent personally, but I do see a lot of my friends with their children. And, they listen to their children, and when their child says, oh, mummy, look at this, and they instead of shutting them up, they encourage them to talk and to express themselves and to be creative, which is really lovely. And I have quite a few friends with some amazing children, and some in my own family too, which is lovely. Yeah, and these new souls coming in. We can't be like the past generations, right? Children should be seen and not heard. No, children are here to teach us, yes? Humans are evolving. Children can be our wisest teachers. May we listen to them with our hearts and let their ways unveil fresh new eyes so that we may see a whole new world. So this is a lot of information, but it's around one subject, which is, being childlike. And many of these oracle cards, obviously, they all have different meanings, but I do love that. That's a lovely card to pull for today. Thank you. Okay, so that is the Beyond Lemuria Oracle card deck by Izzy Ivy. So let's have a look. Let's have another sip of tea. What should we do next? Fairies? So thank you for everybody that's watching, everybody that's following. If you would like a private consultation with me, feel free to reach out. Blissful-Transformation.com website. You can also WhatsApp me. There is a WhatsApp button that connects directly to me, so we can have a little consultation. You know, there's choices there. Yes, lots of choices. So again, I'm going to do the same with folding in these cards a little before we do that shuffle. So sometimes we have these little rogue cards that escape. Remember we're saying that? Yes, little rogue cards that escape. And if we do have those when we're pulling, we'll keep that one. We'll either use it, we'll keep it to the side. There's one that's just popping out. Look. Huh. And it's number 12, Awakening. Very good. So remember with the fairy deck, we've got some major arcana. And this number 12 is a major arcana card. Awakening. So let's show you the card. Yes. So it's a bit like the Hanged Man, really. Yes. But look at this dude. I mean, he's just hanging there. He's got that circle of light around his head. So he's obviously having an enlightening moment. And he's just taking time out to chill. So what does it say? Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. So a temporary pause. So this is usually, this card would signify to me that it's deliberate. Yeah, embrace your uniqueness. You know, look, it's beautiful. Look, he's in the middle of nature with the waterfall in the background, and he's got that halo around his head. So he's just chilling out, and he's just thinking about what creative project can I do next, or maybe working on, you know, some bumps in the road with the project that you're currently on. So let's have a look and see what it says. It's time for a change in perspective. Let me just put the card up here. It's time for a change in perspective. Seeing your challenges in an entirely different way can help you find a new lease on life or end a stagnant situation. Ask God, the angels and the fairies to give you signs that will help you perceive things in a whole other light. This card can also show up to remind you just how wonderfully eclectic and magical you are. When others value qualities within you that you may have labelled weird or unusual, you can come to see the incredible strength and potential that lies in being your unique self. How lovely, right? This is a card of charity and kindness. Just as the fairies are willing to reach out and help you on your path, you are asked to do the same for those who may be in need of it. It's beautiful to extend aid and compassion to others, but remember, to keep a balance, you need to keep a balance so that you don't fall into an unhealthy pattern of overgiving, right? We're all guilty of that, I think. You know, we give, and then you know, sometimes we find that we're giving to the wrong people, or people that don't appreciate it, people that don't necessarily want it. You're just giving, you know, you're giving away unnecessary advice because they're not ready to listen to it, yes? So the fairy on the card is upside down, giving him a whole new way of reflecting upon his situation. The traditional yin-yang symbol rests on his feet as he searches for just the right balance in his life. So we do have additional meanings of this card, and this would be a new point of view, seeing beyond what's obvious, hidden action behind an apparent standstill, exploring your past lifetimes, and giving so that others can gain. So number 12, 1 and 2 is a number 3. 3, master number. Very lovely card. Yeah. Okay, thank you, fairies. That was lovely. Okay. And last but not least is the Akashic deck. And the Akashic is by Sharon Ann Klingler and Sandra Ann Taylor. So 2 women here that have come together to make these awesome cards. Just fold a few in for now and then we'll start shuffling. So again, where is the Akashic Records? Well, it depends on, you know, how you meditate on it. Akashic Records usually rest just above the crown chakra in this space here. But, you know, when you're meditating, you could also see it, you know, as a, I see it as a physical place, like a library, beautiful place to go. You always have somebody at the door that you ask permission to go into your Akashic Records. Nobody can go into your Akashic Records without your permission, right? Just so you're aware of that. I think I've mentioned that before, but it is important to know when you're going up to that level of the Akashic Records. Quite a serious place. Yeah, it's you know, it's like the sixth dimension, and it's the truth dimension. And so with the Akashic, you tend to get the truth, and nothing but the truth. It can be a little bit hard sometimes for people, but you know, it's nice to get that, you know, that total clarity of what you want to do, where you want to go. So we're going to pull a card for this group now in the from the Akashic Tarot, and then we'll have a look at the guidebook and see what advice Spirit has to give us. Okay, that one just stuck in my hand, so we'll take that one. And what is that? Oh, 8 of Forces, the lightning bolt. Look at that. Wow, what a magnificent card. Look at that lightning, that's amazing. Hi, Helen. So, the lightning bolt. So let's read that. So that's number 8, 8 of Forces. So we've got scrolls in this one. This is the minor arcana in this deck. We've got keys, forces, roses. What was the other one? And scrolls. So this is the 8 of Forces. So it's the lightning bolt. Very good. Let's read this. Okay. Let me show you this card again. So look, this lightning is set the tree on fire. Look, sparking right down the middle of the tree. Can you see that? Yes? Right down the middle. Beautifully depicted, yes? Okay, so what does this card have to tell us today? A lightning bolt, excuse me, illuminates a stormy night sky, striking a tree down to its core. Puddles of rain fall upon the ground. This card shows that it's a time of splitting apart. So it's a time of loss, disappointment, or even a metaphorical death. Metaphorical death means the ending of something, and it's the breaking down of something, and then something new, okay? So the loss could be a career opportunity, a romantic relationship, a partnership, a creative project, or a friendship. So at first glance, the event may seem sudden or unexpected, but in the light that flashes, we see the deep puddles of a storm that has been going on for some time. So look at that, yes? You can see the reflection in the puddles. You've probably been aware of the threat or difficulty at some level, even if you were unwilling to acknowledge it before. So now it's time to accept the situation and not fight what is so. There is a benefit coming, but it often takes an ending to bring forth a new beginning, yes? And a storm to cleanse the field, right? So exactly what I said, yeah? So this is splitting down the middle of the tree to its core. So something has got to give in order for there to be new beginnings, right? Out with the old, in with the new. So with these cards, we also get a little special additional meaning, and it's called the Akashic Force. So the Akashic Force tells us with this card, imagine a lightning bolt striking nearby. So this is advice for you to how this card can help you. And sometimes it can be they'll give you guidance for meditation, or what to do to embody this card. So imagine a lightning bolt. Having a problem with that today, aren't I? Mercury retrograde. Imagine a lightning bolt striking nearby, leaving some destruction in its wake. Now close your eyes and with a deep breath, feel the energy of lightning stir within you. It's almost as if the finger of God is yours to employ. How do you want to direct this energy in your life? Lovely. Very, very nice. Okay. So that concludes my oracle cards for today. And that is the cards that I use. So remember, it's the Akashic Tarot. The Akashic Tarot. The Fairies. And Beyond Lemuria. Now, there are many, many, many different types of oracle cards available throughout the world. And, you know, one's very specific. You can go animals, you can go with nature, you can go with the elements, you can go with the gods, you can go with the ascended masters. There are so many different types of oracle cards. And my advice to you is when you're picking a pack of cards, the same as you would crystals, just what are you drawn to? Which one are you drawn to? So you would see something and you'd say, okay, that I'm really drawn to this deck. You know, you don't have to give an explanation of why. If you're drawn to a specific deck, go for it, right? Don't just go with the advice of everybody else and what they say. Go with what you feel, right? Because the tarot is going to connect with you, and so it's, you know, go with the one that's heartfelt, that you really really pulls you. As I said, I work with the Akashic records, so for me the Akashic, definitely I needed this, right? I needed this for guidance for me and my clients. The fairy deck, just because who doesn't love fairies, for me personally. And then I did tell you the whole story about Lemuria and why I feel drawn to Lemuria. I feel like I was a Lemurian in the times when before Atlantis blew us up. Sorry, couldn't help it. Dig. So for me, it's a very personal choice. You can't listen to anybody else when you want to buy tarot or crystals or runes, whatever divination tool it is that's what's the word I'm looking for? Tangible, when you feel it, right? Just go with the one that you're drawn to. Okay. So over the last couple of weeks, we've talked a lot about the different types of tarot. I've pulled cards for you. We've talked about the major and the minor arcana in the Rider-Waite deck. And now we've talked about oracle cards. If you have a question for me, now would be a good time. If you want an answer from the tarot, just pop your question into the comment box. And I'll be happy to give you the answer from the tarot with the help of my guides. So I always find it's nice to have that spirit guidance. Like, I don't do this on my own. This all comes with guidance from spirit. Yes. And the thought process has to go into, for me, to them. What do I really need to know today? What do I really need to know for this week? Yes. Okay. So what do we need to know for this week? Well, we've got the Seven of Swords. So I'm just going to finish with this card, okay? So Swords is an air sign, yes? This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And swords are mental processing, yes? Mental processing. Analytical, some fears and worries, a little bit, yes? Some fears and worries. And 7 is experiences, relationships, training, learning. So we're still on this learning curve, and it's more of a mental process. It may be in your career. It's not creative anymore. It's not that. It's not giving you what it's supposed to, right? This is you thinking how am I going to get where I need to go? That's what this card is telling you, and you're doing a lot of mental processing about it. So whoever that message is for, there you go. Oh, moving house today. Next phase of my journey. Am I nearly there? Okay, let's do that. Let me give this a good shuffle. The Seven of Swords probably would have answered that question, but let's just see if we have any more answers for am I nearly there? Am I nearly there? Are we there yet, Mum? Are we there yet? Okay, Spirit, please give us a card for Helen. Am I nearly there? It's not so much the destination, it's the journey, right? It's all about the journey. Okay. 2 cards that fell out. Wow, and they're both major arcana, yes? We have the Lovers. Right, that's 2 people. That could be someone that's there to help you on the journey. We've also got the Tower. So the Tower is something needs to go. It's funny because this card, this message came through in the other cards as one of the oracle cards today. Something needs to go in order for new growth. Right? Something needs to go. Now the Lovers. Is there someone new in your life? Have you got your eye on somebody? Is it in personal? Is it business? But here we have a card of united with somebody together. You're going forward to do something with somebody else. Maybe that's the new place that you're moving into. Maybe you'll have a good relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It just could be friendship. Maybe this is a good move. And obviously, if you're moving, this is out with the old and in with the new. Right? Yeah, so maybe this is out with the old house and the new. And then this is the This one is the new beginnings with whoever you're sharing an apartment with, right? Yeah, harmony and trust, yes. So yeah, this has been a bit of an explosive situation, I think, for you, with deciding whether to stay or go, and in the end it was to go. So that's the end of that. Very good. And the start of something new, which is good, that will take you to the next stage of your journey, right? Okay, right, I've got to go. Just cutting this slightly short today, only because if you'd like to join me in 20 minutes, I have a workshop on theta healing and what is it. So if you'd like to join me, I will be here on live on Instagram, Blissful-Transformation, another live video telling you all about theta healing, what it is, how it works, where do I come in, because I'm a theta healer, so what can I offer, how can I help you, and we're going to be talking about all of that. Okay, so I'll see you for the next video in about 20 minutes. That will be 4 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock here in Spain. Okay, so thank you very much for coming today. I hope it was enlightening with the oracle cards, and I'll see you again next week for more Tea and Tarot with Beth. Namaste.